What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Just back in another video. This is your one-stop shop for anime and manga. Let's get into it. I want to start by saying thank you to everyone who's subscribing. If you're new here, you like my content, you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing, leaving a like, hit the button to post another video. Also, follow me on Twitter. Link's gonna be in the description. What's up, y'all? You know it's that time of the month. We are finally gonna do my January manga haul, which is the first manga haul of 2024. I'm super excited. Now, today's going to be a little bit different because it's not really just my manga haul. This is a collective manga haul between me and my girl because I really ain't have that much to showcase for y'all today. So she went ahead and she picked up some series that she been looking forward to. And, you know, they stay in my house because I'm the one with the shelf. So she just puts them on my shelf and when she comes over, she reads them, things like that. And I hope you guys enjoy. You're going to notice the big tonal shift between my series and her series because she's more on the degenerate side. I'm a little more on the wholesome side. That's just how we are. But I hope you guys enjoy this collective manga haul. Let's get into it. The first thing that I picked up was volume 8 of Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling follows Sung Jin-woo in his quest to get stronger after surviving a double dungeon, allowing him to level up his power infinitely. Y'all know how much I enjoy Solo Leveling. This is by no means no surprise. I truly love this. It's easily my favorite manga that I've read. And if y'all been watching the anime, which I hope y'all are, it's really, really enjoyable. Right now I'm on volume 8 of the manga. So basically in volume 8, I think he's about level 100. If you're caught up with the anime, you see what level he is. I ain't gonna spoil nothing as of right now. But if you've been watching up the anime, if you've been caught up with the anime, you see what level he is currently. At the point that I'm at in the manga, he's level 100. Now, I did finish the entire series because it was just so good. I was reading it online when it was coming out weekly, and I'm just super excited to get these volumes physically. So that was the first thing I picked up. The next thing I picked up is another manga, which I was super excited for, and that's Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, Volume 1. A struggling office worker's sole joy in life is an online novel so obscure that he's the only one reading it, and one day the story comes to an end and the novel becomes real. I first discovered Omniscient Reader a few years ago after I finished Solo Leveling, and I'm just super excited this finally got a physical edition. Now, I have not finished this one like I did with Solo Leveling. I've only read, I think, maybe a few chapters online. The furthest I've gone is this first volume, and I have to say, it's so enjoyable. This series is basically, like I said, the online web novel that he was reading for, I think it was like 10 years. He was the only one reading it at the time. And because he was the only one reading it, somehow the story just actually becomes real. So everything that was happening he was reading, it turns out the world just changed, or like an alien or whatever took over and made it real, something along those lines. And then because he's the only one that's read it, that's like his special skill in this world, that he knows what's going to happen, he knows what lines to take, and he knows how to manipulate the story in a way where it's not happening exactly how it's planned, but he's going to survive through it. Now, I can't wait to see where the story takes because I don't know anything about this, so I'm going into this one a little bit blind, besides reading like the first few chapters and now the first volume. It's super enjoyable. If you enjoy manhwas in general, you're probably going to pick up this as well. It's really good. After that, we have volume 14 of Mashle, Magic and Muscles. Mashle, Magic and Muscles is a weird mix of One Punch Man meets Harry Potter when Mash, who is born with no magic, is trying to become this world's divine visionary. So right now we have volume 14 of Mashle, Magic and Muscles, and I really love this series. It's by far one of my favorites that I've read on the Shonen Jump app. Now, I did read it to its completion as well, so right now I'm just picking up the volumes as they release. And if you're watching the anime, again, this one's another good anime to just enjoy. I really do love this series. I'm a huge Potterhead, and then just the funny, I love that this series does not take itself too seriously. It's a nice action-packed, just turn your brain off type of shonen series you can enjoy. The way that Mashle comes up with different ways to defeat enemies and do these different tasks while he has no magic, it's just very enjoyable. It's very funny. I think anyone should just really enjoy this series just for the nice artwork of it and just the nice battle action that there is. And the story itself is really likable. I think it's just enjoyable for anyone to read. So definitely, I recommend Mashle. It's just a nice read. I think it's going to end in 19 or 20 volumes, I believe, around there. I might be a little off, but it's supposed to end something like that. The next thing I picked up was Dead Company Volume 3. This is the final volume of a series where the main character survived a death game and now goes to work with a video game company that creates death games. Little does he know the death game he's creating for the video game is actually real. Dead Company was a really good series. I especially liked the psychological aspects of, the death game because This one's a little more different than your typical death game horror manga because it's more on the behind the scenes. So in this, it's a company that creates these death games, and they create the death games all around the world. So the main character who survived one of these is now trying to end the death games, and it's just an incredible roller coaster of rides. It is a little obvious in certain points where you know what's going to happen, but the biggest twist I have to say was the ending. I did not see that ending coming, and just a 3-volume series is so enjoyable. It's a nice fast-paced series, a little different on the psychological aspect of horror manga, and just this death game and just this series in general was really enjoyable. I still need to read, like I always been saying every time I bring up Dead Company or Doubt, I need to read Secret and Judge. So I am going to do those this year. That is on my list to try and read those series. Will I ever collect them? I don't know, because I do know those 2 series are out of print. So I don't know if I really want to, burn my wallet like that for an out of print series. But definitely I highly recommend Dead Company. It's an amazing series. Now, it's more on the psychological aspect. So if you like horror manga that's more action, more shock and awe, you may steer clear from this one specifically because of the psychological aspects. Nothing's really going on. It's all, inner monologue. It's all behind the scenes. But if you like that type of stuff, I highly recommend it. Now, the last thing I picked up for this month was It Takes Two Tomorrow 2, Volume 2. This series is a slice of life about a couple that recently moved in together, and they're in their late 20s, and it's just their daily lives and what they do in this new relationship. Y'all know me, I love my little slice of life rom-coms, and It Takes Two definitely hits for me. I really am enjoying this series. Now, this one is a little bit different because the series, each chapter is only 4 pages, so it's very episodic in that aspect, which normally I don't really like because just series that are episodic, I don't like it too much, but this one actually had like a through line. So the entire volume had a through line, and basically there was a specific theme that went through every chapter. And I really like that aspect for this volume because the first one, even though I did like it, it really was every chapter was its own self-contained story. This one, it was its own self-contained story, but because it had that theme that played out the entire volume, it really made it a little bit more enjoyable for me personally. And it's just a nice slice of life between these two. They're in their late 20s, where I think he's 25 and she's 28, something like that. And it's just their trials and tribulations of living together. They work, they spend the time together, they see their families, they see their friends. And it's just a nice rom-com because they just want to have their relationship blossom and, be in it for the long haul. So I really do enjoy that. If you like those types of slice of life series, definitely recommend it because it's a nice one, especially dealing with like older themes because I can relate to it a little bit more because I am their age. So those were the series that I picked up for the month of January. Now it's time to go to what my girl picked up, which is like the more degenerate stuff, and you're gonna tell just by the first series in this stack that she picked up, and that's Magical Girl Apocalypse. Magical Girl Apocalypse is a gruesome action-packed series when magical girls rain down from the sky and start killing everyone and everything that they see. So this is volume 5 of Magical Girl Apocalypse. Now she picked this one up out of order because right now all we have is volume 1. And I'll be honest, this is like the only series that I like that she has because I read this one as well and it was crazy. It was just a crazy, gruesome mess. I don't know what the hell is happening. It was just non-stop action from cover to cover. So I believe Magical Girl Apocalypse is a little hard to find. It might be a little bit out of print. So right now she only found the next one, which is volume 5. We still need everything in between. So I do recommend this one. This one is a nice, crazy series. But you have to be of age because this is not for the young at all. Next, she picked up Ex-Yakuza and the Stray Kitten. This series is about a menacing ex-Yakuza boss who takes in an adorable stray kitten after being abandoned alone in the cold rain. Now, I do not know what this series is about at all. I can't recommend it because I have not read this one either. And she don't know what it's about because she just likes to pick up series because the covers look nice. So she picked this up because she thought the aspect of an ex-Yakuza just evil boss taking care of a stray kitten is going to be enjoyable. It honestly might. She's not really big of a fan of slice of lifey type of series, so we're going to see how this one's going to play out. I actually might end up liking this one a little bit more, I think, because I like those, like, I know it. I like those slice of life type of series. She may not like it, but she don't even know yet. We're going based on the covers and just what the story says. So I can't recommend that, but she picked this one up. The next thing that she picked up, completely blind again, is volume 1 of Dinosaur Sanctuary. A remote island was discovered where dinosaurs never went extinct through genetic breeding and manipulation. Afterward, Dino Land fell on hard times. Enter Suma Suzumi, a kindred rookie dinosaur keeper, trying to save the Dino Land from extinction. Now, I'll be honest, this one is surprisingly really sounds really interesting to me. This is actually one of her more wholesome series. I'm surprised she even picked this up, but she picked this up because she likes dinosaurs, and she saw the cover, and she read the back, and she's like, oh, I'm going to pick this up. She's going into it blind. She's not like me. I need to read a series before I even think about picking it up, because if I don't like it, then I'm just going to be like, it's a waste of money. But I will be honest, this one looks like a good buy because I love the artwork was impeccable, and this might be a little interesting. It sounded real interesting to me, so I can't wait to actually just read this. Once I do read it, I'll probably let y'all know what my thoughts on it are. But as of right now, this is what she picked up in January. Now, like I said, she likes the more degenerate series, right? So the next and last series that she picked up, I cannot even show y'all on camera because I might just get banned. I'm not even going to risk it. But basically, the name of the series, I'll let y'all know what it's called. It's Interspecies Reviewers. And that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't plan on reading this series because it's a lot for me, because I don't really like this type of series. But basically, the monsters, they review the different other monsters that they have coitus with, which is, okay, you can do what you do. She likes what she likes. But like I said, this is a real degenerate series. I can't even show it on camera. I can just let y'all know what it is. And if y'all like that type of, real nasty man things, y'all can pick that up. Interspecies Reviewers is the name of it if y'all want to check that out. So that was the collective manga for the month of January. As y'all see, I didn't really pick up too much this month, so she really helped me out. She picked up some series that she wanted to read, and that's just what we picked up. Now, next month, I think a whole bunch of my pre-orders are supposed to be coming out, so that's going to be all me. Y'all going to see everything I picked up, and I hope you guys enjoying this. Definitely let me know down below what are some of the series that you're picking up for the start of 2024, or what series that you're currently reading, or even if you do something like this, where you just pull your manga together and y'all all just read what each other pick up. I definitely want to know. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, you like my content, you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing, leaving a like, hit the button to post another video. This is your boy Just. I'm off this.